RPGs of all time.
Secret best GBA RPG.
Why secret ones? Why not just the best ones?
Because Shane Bettenhausen.
Yeah, Shane Bettenhausen.
His
Shane,
ghost
yeah,
still lingers.
see?
Yeah, I know about secret bests. I live with Shane, for fuck's sake.
Right. Some memes just won't die. You guys answer first. Frank, do you care about RPGs?
Sort of.
Final Fantasy V.
There you go. That's good.
I
I'm
love
going to
Final
think about
Fantasy
it.
V.
I don't think
played
that's
the
a
shit
secret,
out of it.
That's not a secret best.
Nothing is the secret best Game Boy Advance RPG.
Fantasy Star 2.
Yeah, I would say that's close to the
okay,
truth.
okay, there
No,
you
the
go.
poor. I remember
I'm-
being disappointed with that compilation.
I'm
It
going to
was
go with
disappointing,
something
but
that
2
was
good.
I'm going to go with something that was actually designed for Game Boy Advance and not just a port of a 16-bit game from 10 years before. And
If you say Golden Sun, I will leap over this
no,
table.
that game can go to
Okay.
hell. Mega Man Battle Network 2. It was really, really. Before that series just ran off the rails and became a boring pile of crap, it was really interesting, a really, really cool kind of side take on the whole Mega Man concept. Like, it took Mega Man elements and then turned it into this really interesting battle-oriented action RPG with kind of a collection element, but not as obsessive as Pokemon.
No, I'd agree completely. Actually, that's probably my response as well. Mega Man Battle
Yeah,
Network.
the story was
before it went to
god awfully
hell.
stupid, but the combat was so fun that I just didn't care. And then, like
They
with
put-
the third game, the story became so stupid I couldn't keep playing it.
Didn't
But,
they put Toasty Frog in that game?
I don't think that was actually a real Toasty Frog reference, which is a shame.
Really? I thought there was a frog, and then if you talked to it, it said
He's
something about,
saying, why are you putting me in the sun? Are you trying to toast me? But
that's totally a Toasty Frog reference.
I asked Alexander O. Smith about that, and he was like, huh? And he was the guy who localized it.
So
Right.
caller, do you have a response to your own question?
I thought maybe one of the Tactics Ogre games, the Tactics Ogre game that was released for the GBA.
Oh, Night of Lotus?
Yeah.
I don't know. Compared to the real Tactics Ogre, that one's kind of a... I don't know. It's kind of like the cousin whose parents were related before they got married. Like, it's a little bit brain dead.
I'm actually thinking back, and I'm trying to think of like Atlas games on the GBA. That were
Riviera.
That was exactly what my next question was going to be, is what about a great Atlas game? Because Atlas has done amazing things, like with Radiant Historia and everything on the DS.
Yeah,
Right,
they were
yeah.
a little bit weaker on the. I mean, they had a lot of games that weren't their own that they brought over. Like they did the Shining Soul,
Yeah, they did Shining Souls
Shining
and
Soul.
also Shining Force, the Black Dragon, or
and
whatever it's called.
they. But I mean, I feel like
The most interesting stuff that Atlas did on Game Boy Advance was the Sting RPGs,
Yeah.
Yggdra Union, and Riviera, the Promised Land. I really like Riviera. That was one of those that no one had any expectations for, and it turned out to be really unique and very cool if you actually gave it a try. Kind of a cross between a visual novel, a graphical adventure, and an RPG. Like sort of RPG-ish in the sense of Ogre Battle, actually. So
it looked very Ogre Battle to me. I
Yeah.
never ended up playing it really.
And that's available on PSP now. They remade it for PSP, and it's really easy to find. So anyone who hasn't played that should check it out. But I'm still going with Mega Man Battle Network 2,
All right.
personally. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm so distracted by Frank's copy of Replay magazine that I brought in.
You're distracted by that chunk of styrofoam. You're doing a Tim Schafer where you're not paying attention to the podcast. You're just playing with
I'm
things.
playing. Oh, is that what
Answer
he
the
does?
phone.
I will. I gotta make sure that they're serious about it. Sometimes they drop after a single call. Hi, who are you?
Hi, I'm Dan Fight.
Oh,
Dan Fight. Hi.
You
Hi,
again.
Dan Fight.
What's
Hi.
up, Dan Fight?
Oh, not much. Just a nice morning here in Japan.
What's up, dude?
How's it going, man? This is Chris.
Yes. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Good to hear from you.
So what's your question, Dan Fight?
Yeah, let's talk about some Game Boy Advance, not about Dan Fight.
Yes, I'm all for that. Well, I guess I wanted to make sure that the Castlevania franchise got brought up because there were one really good and two
Bad.
pretty good.
One bad, one mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been brought up twice now, I think.
But we never
This is
really
the
talked
second
about
time.
it. Let's do it. We've been
Yeah.
dancing around it. We've been flirting with it.
So
Let's
the
get in there.
first game was Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which was developed by the same people behind Castlevania Legends, which was the really terrible Game Boy Castlevania game.
and sadly,
then-
it's sort of the last in a weird, wasn't it? KCE Kobe. It was.
Yeah.
So it was sort of in a ironic sort of twist. It's the last Castlevania really developed by KCE Kobe, which was actually the studio that originated Castlevania, but is not.
They'd lost the plot, and
Yep.
probably
Oh, yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
I doubt there were any people involved in Circle of the Moon who actually were involved with the.
I know
the
it's just
NES
kind of a sad
Castlevanias.
whimpering end of their sort of the people
It is.
who originated it. I don't know.
But I think KCET wasn't it KCET who did
Symphony of the Night was KCET, and that was the Egavania
Yeah.
swept the wave at that point.
Right.
So yeah, I understand. I just was being fetishistically detailed.
Sure.
Because it's Retronauts.
No, that's fine. And Circle of the Moon is like it's an interesting game, but I just don't feel that it's actually it holds up at all. At the time, it was just mind blowing because it was like playing a Genesis game on a handheld, except not a Nomad handheld. It was an actual handheld
That fits in your
designed to
hand.
be handheld.
Yeah.
I remember being really disappointed with the level design. I felt like compared to Symphony of the Night, the level design was really weak.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and stuff. And
The
I remember
game
getting into-
balance is a disaster. in
I
that
got
game.
I got kind of in because I remember it really like blew Che's mind when it came out, and he hadn't played Symphony of the Night, and Che and I got in the kind of the kind of nasty arguments that you can only get in with Che.
Yeah,
Those weird sort of
where
weird,
he's like so passive aggressive, right?
Yeah.
yeah. The I remember when Dawn of Sorrow came out, Che was like, "Oh, that looks stupid. I've played too many